Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. Hope you've seen our reel telling y'all we were headed this way with some ham steak, some sweet potatoes fried, and a little bit of pineapple casserole. And we're going to do it totally different than we've ever done it. So even though it's an old favorite of ours, it's going to be a new experiment for us today. We're going to see what we can do different to our pineapple casserole. Someone, I think one of y'all recommended it or asked me or said had I ever tried it or something. So one of y'all gave me the idea.
So you're a copy it.
We're copycatting today, Mama, off somebody.
Yeah.
Just to see if we like it. And what that's going to be, instead of white granulated sugar, we're going to put a little bit of brown sugar in our pineapple
That
casserole.
sounds good.
Don't it sound real good, Mama?
Yeah.
Now I'm peeling up a sweet potato right now, and I'm gonna cut them up, and Mama's gonna fry them over on the big stove.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are hard.
They're hard to get to cooperate. So I'm just cut this up in little pieces to make it easier to peel. And I'm gonna get it done because like I just said, it takes them a minute. They're not like Irish potatoes. It takes them a minute. And you want them just right. And you want them to go slow and slow. So what are y'all having today? Did y'all have a good church service? Have you settled in for the afternoon, or you got places to go? Everybody's busy. It's the holidays.
Look at that, I tell you.
Ooh, how wonderful. Look at this ham. And that's what you want. You want some, remember, all that color is flavor. Without color, you ain't got much flavor. That's the reason bland food just has no flavor. These sweet potatoes are not, I'm finding some bad spots. But they've been in there a minute.
I found them at the store.
Look how pretty. This time of the year, even if you don't have a garden, you can find some really good produce at your local stores. You know, you got to think, they want your business and they want you to keep coming back. So they will try to give us some good, fresh produce. And if it's in season, it's easier for them to get a hold of and easier for them to give to us. Well, they ain't giving you nothing. You're going to pay for everything and dearly. So you want to make sure you got good products when you pay your money out. For sure, for sure. Ain't that right, Mama?
That's right. Yes, absolutely right.
So this sweet potatoes is going to be a good little, and we're just doing two. We're not doing a half a bushel because we're just going to have a little dinner and hopefully have very few leftovers and hopefully enjoy our lunch and just have a good peaceful afternoon.
That's right.
Mama's promised me, y'all heard her, I'm gonna hold her to it, homemade chili for tomorrow and some hot dogs.
Hey.
Maybe a hamburger too.
Oh, wow. I don't know about all that.
I can't eat both, can you?
No.
Look at that sweet tater. Look at that sweet tater. Let's just get these peeled right up. Sweet potatoes are hard to peel. I don't want Mama to peel them anymore. They're hard, and if you ain't, you know, it's hard to get that. And I peel toward me, and I hold my wrist in a certain way, like this. And I know you're going to say, oh, that's dangerous, but I've never cut myself doing it this way. Sweet potatoes are hard to, and they got these curves in them. So you gotta watch when you're peeling a sweet potato. They're not the gentlest things to peel. Are they, Mom?
No, they're not. They're hard. Scary at times.
Now I ordered some monk fruit. I would try monk fruit in these today, but I've not gotten my monk fruit yet. Some of y'all said monk fruit was good. And I trust you. You are my #1 consumer suggestion. So I Going to try some monk fruit for a little sugar substitute. Let's look right down here. So now I've got all these sweet taters in fashion to cut, and I'm going to try to cut them all the same size and get them ready to fry. And you just have to cut them however you want to. I'm just cutting these in coins or discs. Some people dice them. I have eaten them diced before, and they are quite delicious. If I'm going to roast them, I tend to cube them, dice them. But if I'm not roasting, you just want to put these straight in the pan, or you want me to substitute, go in between with something, Mama? You want these straight in the pan?
I want them straight in the pan.
Straight in your hand, not the pan.
I'm going to take them over there and give you some room to cut some more.
We're going to have plenty.
Well, good. I like fried sweet taters.
We want plenty, don't we, Mama?
Yeah.
Now, like these down here on that pointed end, I'm not going to try to do that with these. I'm just going to come back up here where they're thicker. Then I'm going to take this and just slice it long ways. As long as they're the same thickness, they're going to cook about the same. And that's what we're looking for. They don't have to be round. These won't be round. These will be oblong, but that's fine.
They'll all look the same.
Oh, yeah. I love fried sweet potatoes. Are we going to fix some biscuits, or are we going to go without biscuits today?
I don't know.
Most of the time we have fried sweet potatoes, we end up with a biscuit. But now, y'all know we're trying to cut down on white flour and sugar. Doing our best, ain't we, Mama?
Yeah. You got that on your shirt and stuff.
And we're to the point now, we've done it so long, that we don't really miss it anymore like we used to. And it seems like when we have biscuits or cornbread, we don't eat it like we used to. You'd think we'd eat it more, but I'm awful glad to see it, but we usually, I hate to say it, the dogs usually get a little taste of it. Because we're just not used to eating. I guess it is true. Your body craves what you feed it, and once you've not fed it that in a while, then it does change. Let's see what under here was looking like. Ooh, perfection. Alright, I'm fixing to doctor that ham up because we're cooking it low and slow, get some color on it. But it is going to need a little bit of love.
How about just handing me the board of
Yeah,
that?
that's what I'm going to do. Mom, we are thinking alike today, as usual. You have spots in them. That don't mean the whole thing's bad. Just like anything else, cut your spot and go on. But pick your spots up out of your taters, John. Don't leave them in there. I know this is taking a while, and I could have done it ahead of time, but we have two groups of people on here. Some that want us to have everything measured out in little bowls, and some that want to watch us do it. So we do a little of both sometimes, but when it boils down, we just got to do what we do. Because it's just the way life is. We just bring you real life. We're not trying to bring you anything. We don't do no swapping. We don't have a dish already made. We're going to pull it out and show it to you. Sometimes I wish we did. We could eat earlier.
Pretty nice,
Wouldn't it? Once you start doing that, Mama, fix the whole meal and have it on standby, and then we'll just show them some of the pretty stuff, and then we'll say, and through the magic of TV.
Ooh.
There's no TV magic here. There's no TV magic here on Coffee Time. It's all
You
real.
need to cut towards that.
No. Actually, no. Now, I'm gonna steal from Peter to pay Paul. Y'all ever heard that story? Y'all ever heard it told that way? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple of spoons and I'm gonna get a little more juice and I'm gonna put this right over that pineapple. That's going to bring up some of that brown goodness, and it's going to give that pineapple just a hint of pineapple flavor. It's going to give that pineapple a hint of pineapple flavor. Ham, a hint of pineapple flavor. So y'all see what I did here? Just sprinkle it on top. Put a little juice in there for good measures. Now I'm going to take this undrained can of pineapple and put this 8 by 8. There's recipes out there that makes this recipe quite complicated. And I have done them the complicated way. And then I've done them the John way. And both of them, I can't tell the difference. You try them both ways, and you tell me what you think. My original recipe called for 2 cans of pineapple, 1 drained, 1 not drained. I'll cut that out. Just started putting 2 cans undrained. On my 8 by 9 by 13. This is an 8 by 8, so we're doing 1 can undrained in here today. My original recipe called for 5 tablespoons of self-rising flour. This is 3 tablespoons. I find it to be a plenty. Now this is the first time I've ever used brown sugar instead of white sugar, but it was mentioned to me and I thought, you know what? I think I will do that. So there's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3. So I do 3 flours, 3 sugars normally. And we're going to try brown sugar today. Y'all know what brown sugar is. It's just white sugar with molasses. To me, I can't see how molasses would hurt my pineapple casserole. You just want to incorporate all this together. Now I have white sugar. This wasn't because I was out of white sugar. It was just because I want to try it differently. And I encourage you to do that. Take an old favorite. If it ain't Thanksgiving or Christmas, I never experiment on those 2 holidays unless it's with a brand new dish that nobody's got on their list of favorites. And mix that up. You've got all that incorporated. The flour's going to thicken it. The brown sugar and the molasses are going to flavor it. And the juice is just going to make it juicy. That ham is doing great. But I'm going to put just a little water in it because I want all that flavor off the bottom. Mama, them are already looking good.
Yeah.
How'd you do that so quickly?
I don't know.
This is going to be a steam bath for my ham. And you're like, what are you talking about, John? We can't see you. Come over here, folks. Lean your heads this way. See all that brown on the bottom? I want that. I want all that because that's where all my flavors are. I'm grabbing some cheddar cheese. Now you can do you and use whatever you want, but I have found in all my experimenting of cheeses, I like the cheddar with the pineapple better. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it wasn't cute that it did. I like the cheddar better. So on top of this beautiful pineapple, I'm going to basically just cover the top with cheddar cheese. Just like this. Pretend like that didn't happen. I don't know what really did happen. I turned my head and y'all jumped. I'm sorry if that made anybody sick. Sometimes technical difficulties occur. I was over here just spreading cheese and living my best life and y'all jumped off the whole table.
Last time.
It wasn't you this time, Mama.
I know it. I ain't over there. It would be.
Usually Mama takes you in selling. Now, we're going to let that bake, and while that's baking, we're going to take our Ritz crackers and I'm using panko breadcrumbs today because I've got this one little tube. I don't know if that's enough. Can y'all hold tight and watch that ham for me till I get this in the oven and come back to you? Mama's going to melt me some butter
Melt you some butter.
for the crackers. It says a stick, but I'm going with a half a stick. Half a stick will do us if we say it right real quick. Half a stick will do us even with 2 cups, 2 cans of stuff. There's me a fork I could be using on my hand instead of that knife.
I had a fork over.
I want to show y'all this right quick. Mama's made a masterpiece over here. And look how beautiful and orange that is. Look how that looks like fall, don't it, folks? Mama, you've done so good with them. Make some more biscuits. We don't need them. Keep telling me that, Mama.
Yeah, we know.
I love a good homemade biscuit with sweet taters. We have it a lot of times for breakfast. Folks, we're in a holding pattern now. We're just going to hold on to what we got, let this ham finish tenderizing, and we'll move it around to keep some of the flavors off the bottom. I want most of this water to come out of here. Now, some of y'all go ahead and get ready to type because there's comments coming. We don't need extra sugar. I know all those things. I should use real flavor of maple. I know all those things. I like the pancake syrup. We've used it. I'm just drizzling a glaze of pancake syrup on here, not covering it. A lot less than you put on a single pancake, but that's just for a little flavor. You leave that part out if you're opposed to it. Don't waste your time commenting that you don't think that was right because I ain't going to fool with reading it. I've read them 10,000 times. I know it's controversial. But this is one of those situations where I'm going to say, you do you. And that's why we'll have to leave that. Love the pancake syrup. Used it my whole life. I do have fresh maple right in that refrigerator. I don't like it. I like it, and I'll use it in cookies or something like that. But I don't like it in baked beans, and I don't like it on my ham. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, let's drink some coffee. Thank y'all for the bread recipes. I have had some wonderful, I've looked through them. A lot of y'all have told me other influencers that have cooking shows that has been doing the breads. I need to go back and watch some of those. Somebody told me Mama Sue made hamburger buns. I must have missed that. I watch everything she does, but I don't remember the hamburger buns. So I'm going to go check her out. I may have to call her and say, walk me through this, tell me all the pitfalls. And she will, because she is an angel. Thank you, Mama. I'll go ahead and start these crackers. If you aren't following Mama Sue, and she has 2 shows. She has Mama Sue and Mama's Mama Sue. Mama Sue's the real deal, folks. Think the world of her. We love her, don't we, Mama? And we watch her every time she pops up, and sometimes I just go look because I know she's going to do something good. All of our friends, I'm not trying to single anybody out, we've got several. I hope y'all know, if somebody hasn't told you, that we're not playing on teams. We're one big team. Most all the influencers are together. We're all one big happy family. I'm not going to start naming them all because there's so many. But I don't have anything to compete with any of them. And neither do they with us. And we just love each other and we'll help each other. And let any one of them contact me and say, hey, John, can you help me with this? And I'll be more than glad to help them. There ain't a whole lot they could contact me about because they're all smarter than I am. I'm the contactor. I'm the one saying, hey, what does this mean? What's this email we just got? What's going on? Truth's the truth. You just have to know your weaknesses. If you don't believe me, ask Kimmy. Kimmy will say, yeah, he torments me to death. She wouldn't say that because she's too sweet. But Kimmy's from Kimmy's kitchen. She helps me all the time and stuff because she's up on it. All right, folks. This, I just had a little panko bread crunch because it just had that one small thing of crackers. But this is going to serve the same purpose. It's going to give us a little crunch, a little buttery crunch on top of our pineapple casserole. And we're going to tell you, and you know me and Mama will tell you the truth. We're going to tell you if we like the brown sugar or the white granulated sugar best. We're going to let you know. Now I'm going to turn this down to warm because it's done all it's going to do. This ham is rendered out. All the fat. That's one way you can tell on a ham steak. Look at the fat ring around it. If it has cooked, it has rendered, you're done. Your ham is good. That is lunch, folks. Now, some of y'all may go, ooh, and gross or whatever. But I'm going to say, oh, my word, I can't wait. This is going to be absolutely delicious. It's one of our favorite go-tos is a good ham steak. This was around $6.11. Now, we're going to eat probably about that much right there. And we'll have it for breakfast. It'll be good on a biscuit for lunch. This will give us, if this don't give both of us 3 meals, I'll eat my half. So, out of that one now you've got a big family, it won't you. I'm not saying it should. I'm just saying for me and Mama. We'll get 3 meals out of $6.11. And we'll enjoy it. Now this butter, the instructions tells you to crumble a pack of crackers over the top and drizzle a stick of butter over it. I'm not a drizzler. Any recipe that says that, I ignore it. I melt my butter. I put it in something that's microwave safe. I melt it. I put my crackers or my topping, whatever I'm using, cornflakes, panko crumbs. And these are no flavor. These panko crumbs are plain. My Ritz crackers, whatever I'm using, and I stir it in together. And before long, the whole thing is incorporated with the butter, and it tastes wonderful. And if you don't believe me, take a taste. See, that's all we're looking for. It's just a little bit.
Are we going to have anything green?
Mama's like a little kid. I don't know if that was a question or please don't. I don't know if you heard her. Are we going to have anything green? Look at her. Ain't she the cutest little thing? Mama, what do you want green, honey?
I don't want nothing green.
We don't have to. Somebody may say something to us for having just pineapple and sweet taters and ham, but you and I both know that's what we're going to eat.
Yeah, that's what I'll eat.
We can throw something green in there for good looks if you want to.
No, that's just eat it. Eat it and enjoy it.
I want you to taste that with panko. It's really good.
It is.
Mm-hmm. We hadn't ever put panko on this particular recipe, but it's good. Just as good as crackers. All we got to do is for that pineapple to get bubbling and brown. Let that sugar melt through it. Let all that happen over there. Let that flour rise. And we're ready to top it and eat it. Pineapple casserole is something a lot of people reserve for holidays. Just like deviled eggs. I told somebody one night, just a random Tuesday, as they say. And I said, we're having something, and I'm going to pick some deviled eggs. And they said, deviled eggs? I said, you don't surely like deviled eggs. Yeah, but we only have them at Christmas and Easter. I said, are you kidding me? And I said, no, that's something we have for holidays. I said, well, goodness. Mom and I have them randomly on Sundays. And we have them on, tonight I'm fixing something I want them with. I said, deviled eggs are not hard. And don't save those things just for holidays. Eggs are good for you. It's a good protein. They're not hard to make. Pineapple casserole is not hard to make. So use it all the time. Let's see what y'all are saying. How do you ever make your deviled eggs with bacon and jalapenos? Michael, I have made them. We call them loaded deviled eggs. I've even made them with guacamole. They are good, but there are a lot of things I cook. I don't care to do that. I love them. I love them with bacon, jalapeno. I love them with a little different seasoning on them. I love them with ranch sprinkled on them. I love them with olives chopped up. I love all that. But I have that as a separate dish. If I call myself having deviled eggs, you can count on it. If he says he's having deviled eggs, they're going to be classic, the classic recipe. If he says loaded, then you're going to get something different. Because I know what people expect. And, you know, it's okay to have the different, but I like the classic. But sometimes we have made stuffed deviled eggs, loaded deviled eggs, and that's been the meal, basically. Just have deviled eggs of all kinds with bacon and different flavors. Same thing with tomatoes. We'll slice red tomatoes, and we'll have loaded tomatoes, and we just put them in a skillet, fry them up, top them with cheeses, pepperonis. We top them with, Mama likes hers with just mozzarella cheese sprinkled on it. She wants them plain. A little paprika she's okay with. But we'll do that with tomatoes too. You know, but if I'm going to have deviled eggs, they're always the classics. MD Angel Daniel says, yes, it is. Huge family favorite. Angela Brady is too. Watching in Alabama. Hey, Amanda. Hello from Michigan. Hey, Patty. Patty, y'all still got good temperatures. Hello, John and Mama from the Ozarks. Well, hey, D. Nola does post our recipe, Cindy. Your lunch sounds delicious. Sheila, we probably should have something green. Should have even cooked some cabbage or had broccoli would have been good. Could open a can of corn. But we ain't fooling nobody. We just want this ham and this pineapple and this sweet potatoes. Mom and I are very simple people. I know a lot of people have different dishes and different sides, but it ain't too unusual for Mom and I to sit down with a pasta salad and crackers and call it a meal. It ain't real unusual for us to do loaded deviled eggs and say that's all we're having. Now we'll have 6 or 8 sides sometimes for different stuff. We're just unpredictable when it comes to that. But we do like a simple one dish wonder.
I just wanted ham and sweet potatoes.
Mama does want ham and sweet potatoes. And so I'm going to have me some pineapple casserole or something to go with that.
You want to?
Yes, ma'am, I do. Thank you so much. I just want it straight up today. No lemon, just ice and tea.
You want a bacon cup?
I want about a gallon.
Yes.
Do y'all feel like you could lay down the creek and drink? I say that all the time. I say, I'm so thirsty I could lay down the creek and drink it dry. It falls right in there with I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I ain't eating no horse, but I feel like I could. Sometimes I tell Mama, I say, I am so thirsty I could lay down the creek and drink it dry. And that just means I'm powerful thirsty. And that's what today is. I wanted about a gallon of tea, but she gave me this, and I'm going to go with it.
This is getting brown around the edges.
That's what we need, Mama. You mean I'll come over there and get it because it's hot.
I'll get it. It's just... Let me set it there for you.
She's independent today. Sometimes I want lemon. Sometimes I'll even squeeze orange in there. Lime's good. Today, all I want is plain tea with ice. Out of all the flavors that y'all's has, tea is my
I
favorite.
believe it's good enough.
Oh my gosh, Mama, look how pretty that is. Plain tea is my favorite. Out of the flavorings, peach and mango are to win with me. Here's that beautiful pineapple casserole. Now, that's just cheddar cheese on there, and here comes, I'm not going to tell you a tube, it's one of them little tubes of Ritz, and about equivalent amount of panko. I've learned when I'm covering something, I dump it in there and then I can sweep it better than I can place it on there. And I get a good coverage just like that right there. And I don't have to worry about I ran out because I dumped half of it on one side or any of that mess. Now all we do is put that back in there. Let that brown. And if I had extra, what I like to do is take a few pieces of cheddar and just top it with it so people will know, hey, there's cheese in here. But me and Mama both know, so I ain't gonna worry about it because I didn't have any more in that bag. I put every bit of it in there. Put it all in there. Are y'all decorating for fall? Do you feel like something happened? Do you feel like we went around the corner on Labor Day, like, you know, tomorrow's Labor Day, so do y'all feel like now it's fall, kids are in school, Labor Day's here, you know, in the South, I don't know about everywhere, it may be, ladies used to wear white shoes or white outfits after tomorrow. Like today, everybody at church would have had on white because that's your last chance. Didn't see that today because, you know, I think that old rule has gone away. But that was a thing, wasn't it, Mama? Come over here and tell us about it, Mama.
Oh, yeah, you had to have...
You can't wear white. You know, ladies would stand and if you ever see women in the South doing this, they're telling something. I remember my teachers used to do that. Hold their hand backwards and talk like this. What's that called?
Hang on. Let me just see what...
Ham's done. Let me get it out. Now this had a little tiny bone in it. Little tiny bone. That just gives it flavor.
You want that poured over top of it or something?
I will. So all this goodie here. Can y'all see this in this skillet? There's not, if there is grease, it's from that ham. But I'm going to put that, and that right there is what I would love to take a biscuit to. That right there, that au jus is so good with the biscuits. Now that wasn't much pineapple, it was just 2 little spoonfuls right here that I just put over top of that. I'm going to cut us up a little piece here while I'm waiting on the other. And what I like to do is just cut with the ham. So it's kind of divided itself here already. As you can see, here's a line where it's divided, and here's a line. So we'll just cut it where it's already there. How do you do yours? Do you have ham steaks that you like to fix for a meal like this? It's one of our favorite little go-tos because it is so easy and you get the flavor, really, we think so, of that big old Christmas ham. But you have less mess and trouble. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about the big old ham and it don't go to waste. See, and it's already divided up these cuts for you. And that's what I do. And we'll eat a couple pieces, little pieces. And then we'll put the rest of it in a Tupperware bowl, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll have it. And I like to trim off any fat that didn't render because nobody wants that. It's just for flavor. Once it's cooked, it's done its deal. And I'm through with it. All right, and that's that. Ham is, well, it don't look near as pretty as it did before I started.
Oh, I reckon you.
Oh no, Mama, it's ready to eat now though.
You butchered it.
Well, it's more ready to eat. Mm-hmm. Taste that maple syrup. make a little syrup and clean up my mess. Couldn't just send it. No. Alright, Mama. The pineapple is the only thing waiting. The pineapple casserole. And y'all saw how quickly I made that. And here comes these beautiful fall looking sweet taters. Look at that. Now how could you not love them? And that's just 2 potatoes. And here comes the pineapple casserole.
Baby.
Oh, we'll go with it, Mama. We don't care. Them buttery crackers are good no matter how brown they
Ooh,
are.
it's pretty.
Always is. Here it comes. Oh, Mama, that's a picture. We do need to get a picture of that for your cookbook.
Oh.
That's the pineapple casserole. And no, we don't have anything green, but we don't have any bread either. Can we give a credit for that? And we're ready to eat. Ready to eat. I can't wait to try the pineapple casserole.
Needs to set just a second.
I wonder if the brown sugar matters. Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for the food you prepared for us, dear Lord, and we just thank you for allowing us to sit here together. We do know what a privilege it is, and we understand it every day. There will be with each and every person here gathered today. Be with the prayer requests, those spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. Be with our world, and be with our kids, and be with our families, and all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, Mama. Setting's done. I ain't gonna let it rest no more. Here's another piece of ham.
I don't know. There you go.
You gotta have 2 ounces at least, Mama. I'll get the outer side. It might be harder. I don't want you eating that hard stuff. That's a little pineapple. I had to have that. Mama, could you put me a sweet tater on mine?
I sure will.
Now, come out of there, Spoon. How come you lay down there anyway? Nobody told you to lay down. If you find a harder recipe for this pineapple casserole, I promise you, you can try it, but it'll taste the same as mine did. And I didn't do all the steps, the draining and all that. And I really don't know why they want you to drain it.
Oh, it's firm.
Because it stays firm, and even with 2 cans and juice and all, and you get all that flavor. All right, Mama, let's try this. I'm going for the pineapple first.
Yeah, that's good then.
Let y'all see it.
Ooh.
Smells good.
I know one thing, that cheese is hot.
That's what I say. I know one thing. You won't take too big about. I'm going to try to forego the cheese.
I need that knife over there.
I'm going to try to just get down to the pineapple
It tastes as good what I taste.
and see what my brown sugar effect was. Now I only put 3 tablespoons. My original recipe called for a cup of sugar. That was a lot of sugar. I like the brown sugar in it. Can't tell a lot of difference, can you?
Not what I think.
I'd go with either or. Can't taste a great deal of difference. I do get a little bit of that molasses taste. Both delicious. Mmm. Everything we put in these ovens comes out hot.
Mm.
I said that's A number one, Mama. What do you think?
It is.
Now, let's try this ham. Did you already try your ham?
Oh, sure.
What's your verdict on the ham?
It's good, Pepper.
Let's try that, folks. That is off the chain, as they say. Is that what they say? Hook. It's good. What do you think, Mama?
I think everything's good. I wanted sweet potatoes.
The ham's good with a little bit of maple.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of brown sugar. And a little bit of pineapple. Now let's try Mama's sweet potatoes. Mama, tell us what you snuck and put in these.
I just put a little butter and sugar.
Just white granulated sugar
Yeah.
and a little butter. How much a little?
Oh. I don't know, about a tablespoon of butter.
And how much brown sugar or white sugar?
Maybe a fourth a cup or 3 1/4.
So for two, let's say one larger sweet potato and one medium, she put a 1/4 of a cup of white sugar and a tablespoon of butter. And she just fried them till it was just beautiful brown. The only thing that can make this any better is a good old homemade biscuit. But really, I'm not missing it. We've had some dinners that took a while. We've had some dinners that had a lot more with them. But I don't know that we've ever had a dinner that tasted any better than this.
No. I've been wanting some fried sweet potatoes, so they're tasting real good.
Tasting extra good. We've had this ham steak in there for a minute, but it's not been long enough to go bad or nothing, but we meant to fix it. Was it last Sunday?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Y'all post what you're having for lunch. What's in your pineapple casserole recipe, please? Carolyn, you can go back and watch it. And Nola has printed it. It's a can of crushed pineapples, no juice. I mean, all juice, no draining. And it's 3 tablespoons of self-rising flour, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar today. But I would have put 3 tablespoons of white sugar. And then after you put that in there, incorporate all that together, cover it with cheddar cheese. I use Sharp. And then top it with Townhouse crackers or Ritz crackers. And today I used both Ritz crackers and panko crumbs. And I really like the way it looks today with the panko. So from now on, I may change and just use panko crumbs with a little bit of Ritz crackers because it's nice and even and it's pretty. So I like it. So, and the pankos are just as good as the crackers, aren't they, Mom?
They're plain too.
Plain panko. Just plain panko breadcrumbs. So, that's today's recipe. The regular recipe calls for white sugar, and I just use 3 tablespoons of this. Now, you can use more sugar if you want it sweeter, but pineapples ain't sour anyway. The original recipe called for a stick of butter. I halvened it to a half years ago, and I've never looked back. It's just as good. It's really one of the simplest little casseroles you can make. You don't get much easier than pineapple casserole. And I've never served pineapple casserole at a dinner or taken it anywhere that anyone said, "Ew, I don't like that." I've had people say I don't like pineapple and don't eat it, but I've never had anybody try it and say they don't like it.
They used to ask for the recipe.
Mm-hmm. The pineapple and the cheddar cheese is so good. All right, Mom. You got anything you want to add today?
No, I'm just eating up a storm. I was hungry.
Happy Labor Day to y'all.
Yeah. Tomorrow's it.
If y'all are traveling, be safe. Enjoy the Labor Day weekend on the lakes and whatever you're doing. Just remember, be safe. We're going to try to enjoy a good Labor Day lunch or early supper tomorrow. Mama's promised some homemade hot dog chili. I'll ask you all, do you want us to make the hot dog chili and then come on and show you? Or do you want to suffer through all the making of the chili?
Oh,
It'll take a while if we make it on here. We're trying to get it to where it don't take as long. Because Mama says I don't have to keep them as long.
that's okay. Yours up.
Folks, we really want you all to have a blessed day. We want you to make some memories. We want you to get out and enjoy yourself. Live today. Tomorrow might not make it. Yesterday's gone. So let's do it today and let's enjoy it. Mama, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Bye, y'all.